So this is the Hoa Do prison, which is also the Hanoi Hilton prison in Hanoi. This is only 1/3 of the prison is left. 2/3 of it were torn down for constructing this giant high-rise that's over our heads. But 1/3 of it remains, and it was originally built by the French in 1896 to house Vietnamese revolutionary anti-French, political personalities, I guess. And then it was used to detain mostly American troops, and shot down pilots between 1964 and 1973. So we're going to go walk around now and see how they present the events of the history of this prison, which should be very interesting.
This is the extent of the Hoa prison. Pretty massive. I mean, took up sort of a whole, sort of decent-sized city block. And then the ironic thing is that pretty much if you see from here on over is taken up to build this new high-rise building, which I had a photo of. And it's really just this area here that's remaining now as a museum, and I guess that was 1993 when the government decided to convert the purpose of this prison. And quite a bit of the museum is actually about the French colonialists' use of the prison, as it, I guess they oversaw it from the late 1800s, until after the Second World War. And the memorial courtyard, which was, we believe, one of the original courtyards as well, here in the prison. And as you can see, the building which now takes the place of the rest of the prison complex. I know this was shown on The Amazing Race, so CBS has brought this to America, but anyway. Yes. So this is John McCain's fighter pilot uniform.
We just overheard one of the Vietnamese tour guides saying the reason why they called this the Hanoi Hilton was because the Americans were treated so well, like at the Hilton.
With the clean beds and such.
Clean beds, cigarettes, and games. So they nicknamed it the Hanoi Hilton because it was such a nice place to stay. So we're not going to comment until we get outside.
Well, so we're finished here in the prison museum, and certainly an interesting experience. There's not tons to see. Certainly, just lots of photographs of former political prisoners. A lot of patriotic information presented, and it's mostly about the resistance of the Vietnamese people against the French, to be honest.
There's very little about the Americans. There's maybe 3 little rooms. There's some pictures of Vietnam War protests in the United States, and they all say the American people in support of Vietnamese independence and
peace in Vietnam.
Well, more than that, they all say that these are pictures of Americans
Right.
in support of the reunification of North and South Vietnam, which of course is not really true. They're pictures in support of ending the war. So, sort of taking their own interpretation on Americans.
And certainly it is presented from, a very distinct angle. And
all of the incriminating displays here are against the French occupation, which ended in 1954.
Right.
So the Americans get off pretty easy in this museum, and the French don't go so good.
Well, so this is the, right now in the north, there's a big diarrhea outbreak that's primarily caused by the shrimps. Bad shrimp paste. And so the Communist Party, we even read this in the newspaper, has decreed that everybody should know, all over the north, to not eat the bad shrimp paste, for God's sakes, and stop the diarrhea. There's also articles about how important it is for schools to clean up after themselves much better, especially in the food service facilities, so that the kids will not keep spreading the diarrhea. But anyway, the Communist Party officials have been sent out to unfurl these banners basically in every little town and pretty much every 100 feet. It's kind of amusing. Anyway, good public health effort.